Good morning. Welcome to day 2 of the Raikou event. Got some sleep research to do here, and I made it to Master 10 before bedtime, before this sleep session, and so there's a good chance that we will just naturally encounter Raikou. And so, especially considering the fact that this is the last day of the Good Sleep event as well, so we get the 1.5x multiplier, and so yeah, the odds here are in our favor of getting a random rare encounter Raikou if it is snoozing. Now, if it's any of the other sleep styles, obviously that won't happen. Historically, I tend to get a lot of snoozing, so we'll see. Slumbering. No, dozing. Really? Well, maybe there's a chance here that we will get a Delibird. We've talked a lot about Delibird in Nirtheart the past time, and well, especially this morning. So maybe it is time for me to find mine. Alright, I feel like there was a couple things that I was going to talk about here in this video. I'll just have to see if I can remember for post-review here. So, we got an on-top belly Togepi, we got a Cleffa down here, and that one should only have one biscuit in need. If this Cleffa turns out hungry, I'm going to be a little bit angry. Alright, we got Raichu, got a funny looking Toxicroak, got a Venusaur that is new, and a Banette. Whoa, good sleep styles. Let's have a look at these. 2-star Venusaur, dozing, and we got 7 Raikou main from that. I am a little bit short on the Raikou main. I got a single Raikou biscuit for 120, so I didn't have a Raikou incense for this sleep session. I'm just gonna see if I can get another Raikou biscuit perhaps. But then again, the one Raikou that I have been working on so far is only lacking like 8 points, so yeah, at that point I can just use one Raikou and one Great and I should be good. And so I'm thinking to get another Raikou incense for tomorrow, so hopefully I'll get to catch my first Raikou. A lot of you guys have been getting the Raikou already. At least we've had some good talks in the Discord, and yeah, really soon. Whoa, what? 5 new sleep styles in one session? That's crazy. Got a Heracross? I don't even know Heracross. I never seen it before. Let's have a look here. Like, I've looked at it on Cerebi and whatnot. Let's see. Heracross, ingredient, no, skill specialist? What? It's a skill specialist with ingredient magnet, with a decent skill rate, with an awful ingredient rate, and it's decently fast too. Let's compare it to Vaporeon. Vaporeon is significantly slower, but you can see the ingredient rate and the skill rate is like way better. Yeah, I'll do Vaporeon any day. Though maybe the double mushroom like an ABB ingredient list here could be good. I have seen Heracross before apparently. I just haven't taken notice. Well, at the very least, now we have the widget so we can look it up and see if it's any good. Hey, a Metapod. That's interesting. Butterfree is a berry specialist, so it could actually be a good idea to catch it as a Metapod. And at Greengrass, one of the weekly missions can be to get a Metapod incense. I have like 4 of them. I've just never really doubled down on the Metapod. I'm secretly hoping for some forest area. I think I've mentioned this in a past video, but I want a forest area with bug, poison, and a random berry, because that would be cool. Wait, I haven't encountered the first? The single star, the Dene? Alright, let's see if any of these are hungry. I haven't used any incense for this session. I was considering the friend incense, but then there is talk about this Snorlax this week, potentially hanging out for another week, and at that point my sleep incense are way better spent, like late next week, so we'll see. 22 Raikou main, So what's that, like 40 something? Alright, let's see if any of these are hungry, and then I'll have to zoom in on at least one of these. The Metapod is hungry. What? The Heracross is hungry too? I talked a big game about Heracross being bad, but maybe we'll give it a chance to redeem itself. Alright, obviously I have a God tier Togepi, so not gonna get that one. Not too interested in Banette personally. It is a berry specialist. We can have a look at Banette too a little bit. It is a berry specialist, decently fast. It's got the Ghost Berry. Ooh, how about a Ghost Forest with Bug and Poison? That would be cool. I would be all in on that one. Okay, we got the Venusaur. Obviously not going to catch that. It's an ingredient specialist. Do have a good Toxicroak. I am going to feed the Cleffa here. I haven't caught a single Cleffa. It's a decent berry specialist. Obviously going to get that crit right at the end there when it's not mattering. And it is what it is. So, okay, got the Cleffa out of the way. And we got a hungry Metapod, which I am sort of interested in. And let's see here. Let's think real hard about this. Is Heracross really worth it though? It's got a bad ingredient rate, a just okay skill rate. It is fast though, but it's a single stage evolution. It's got a bad berry. But I've never caught a Heracross either, so it's kind of like, I think I'm just going to go for it. At the very least, I'll get to see how many Heracross candies I have. I caught a Wobbuffet one time just for that reason too. Just so that I could see how many. Okay, let's just, I'm not going to waste a Great Biscuit if it's going to be cranky here on me, but let's see it. Okay, 1 point. Is it a Heracross? Thank you. Oh man, I would have been upset if that was full. Alright, so we got a Heracross, we got a Cleffa, and I am thinking to give this Metapod over here some biscuits as well. Let's see if we just get that nice super crit. Mega hit. No, just a regular one. And at that point, you know what, I'm just going to keep it at 3 because if it shows up hungry again, I can double Pokebiscuit. If I somehow end up with a sleep session where everything is bad except the Metapod, then I can give it the premium biscuit. So I think I'm going to call it for this session. Let's have a look here if we have enough mains to get a Raikou incense for tomorrow. Which is the better candy here? Thinking the Dedenne to an extent, but Heracross is really rare. Whoa, it's actually a little bit hard on me today. Let's see. Cleffa could be it. Dedenne could be it. You know, I think the Raichu overall, given it being the electric type premium event with a Raikou. So we got 54 Raikou mains today. That should give me enough main to get that incense for tomorrow. And we get the rank 53. I was this close yesterday. Oh, 2 dream clusters. I wonder if that is enough for me to level up one of my Pokemon. I'm still working on the Ampharos. I really want to level up Ampharos to level 50 because then I get that skill level 7. Bold Nature. Let's see, what's that? That's down helping speed up, whatever. Triple Apple, Skill Trigger, Skill Level Up S, Inventory, and Grief. This is one confused Cleffa. Oh man, that's awful. Well, at the very least I can keep track on how many Cleffa candy I have, so that's gonna be good. Alright, let's see it. Heracross, Hasty Nature, that is speed up. Let's have a look at the... We got honey, mushroom, and more honey. I actually am in need of honey, so let's have a look at it. 88 Heracross candy so far. Ingredient finding, helping speed S, inventory, EXP, no, the research, energy recovery down, EXP gains up. You know what? I think actually I'm just gonna keep this Heracross. But then again, it's a skill specialist. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep this one around. Probably not gonna invest in a Heracross overall, because that skill rate combined with everything is just not a particularly good Pokemon. Unless there is some bug legendary doing some Raikou helping boost thing, maybe. But we'll see. Okay, let's just collect some of these. Particularly looking for some skill triggers. I have had really bad trigger rates on my Sylveon this week. I don't know if it's something about the event that's either skewing my my just overall impression of skill triggers, because my Ampharos is like crazy. But then again, I've had multiple days where it's just way down. Like I've ended up at like 60% energy, which is not good. And it's not even energy recovery down, which I thought, but no, it's EXP gains down. I was wondering if it got into like a bad cycle where because it doesn't have energy, it doesn't skill trigger, and because it doesn't skill trigger, it doesn't have energy, you know? So I'm thinking to see if I can boost up one of these. Then again, maybe I should just save it. Yeah, I'm not gonna get anywhere with that. Maybe the Sylveon. It is favored berry this week, so why not? Let's give Sylveon a little boost here into level 52. And then it is gonna be a while until the next good sleep event. So the EXP here will be lacking a little bit. Like you can see the Sylveon here, it's not going to level up in a good while. Like 2+ weeks and a little bit of candy. And that's for 53. Yeah, it's going to be a while. Okay, so I had a couple things I wanted to cover in this video in addition to the sleep research. Let's first see if we can get that Raikou incense. We cannot. Wow, then I'm really crossing my fingers that I can get some Raikou main from the research. So far, I think I got like 13 from like 20 something research posts from the friend list. And so I think overall, there is a good chance that I will be able to get my hands on the last Raikou instance here at the 80 price. And so, yeah, we'll just have to see in tomorrow's video if I manage to afford that or not. So I just wanted to do a quick segment here on healer Pokemon. Now I talked a little bit about my Pikachu yesterday. I looked at the berry value, I looked at the speed, I looked at the ingredients overall, even with the electric Pokemon boost for the ingredients this week, it's just underperforming compared to my Tyranitar. So I put Tyranitar back on the team, and my Sylveon has not been triggering as much as I would like it to this week. So because the Fairy Berry is a favored berry for me this week, I decided to run dual energy Pokemon. And that is a good quick point to make here on the healing Pokemon. I don't know if Wobbuffet is it, but overall, for the healer Pokemon type, you want to look for a couple skill triggers, and preferably the main skill chance up nature. If it is a neutral nature, it's not as detrimental as a negative nature for the main skill. Like if you have main skill down nature, you can more or less forget about it. It's going to weigh you down so much it's not even worth it. But like for example, if you can figure out or find a Pokemon that have the skill trigger M and a decent speed, like maybe a helping speed in there at either the first or the second slot, then for the most part, it's going to do quite nicely. My Sylveon here has got skill trigger M in the second slot and some helping speed and skill triggers coming in later. And personally, I like the skill level up M because it just helps out with the shortage on seeds. Ultimately, for Pokemon that you are carrying into level 100, then potentially there is a hypothetical better situation with helping bonus or berry finding. It's just very hard to get those perfect Pokemon, and then they are slow over time too. And then you have to consider the fact that there are new Pokemon coming all the time too. So for example, if I had waited and waited and waited and waited and never gotten the perfect Sylveon with a helping bonus, berry finding, skill trigger Am, skill trigger S, helping speed Am, main skill chance up, nature, perfect English, then all of a sudden Ralts shows up and you have Gardevoir, and Gardevoir is a good speed, no not speed but the energy, which helps the speed. Yeah, so it's just, the whole game is very interesting in that way, where you have to balance it out over time, and you can never get perfect odds either for the things that you're looking for, so you're caught in this constant balance act of making compromises that is also taking the whole collection that you got going into consideration. So if you are looking for a healer Pokemon, I would recommend you to at least get a skill trigger M in one of the first slots, and potentially berry finding. The skill specialists tend to lack a little bit of that punch that the berry specialists have, and so if you can somehow compensate a little bit with the berry finding on the skill specialist, that gives a 100% boost to the berry value in a way. And like for example, if you have a look at Sylveon, overall it's gonna do a lot for you in terms of just, yeah, so 82% of the time it's gonna drop a berry, so 82% of the time the value of the drop is like twice, because it goes from 1 berry to 2, and that's just crazy. So that's one of the reasons why I have the berry finding S on the Tyranitar. It's got a crazy ingredient drop rate of 26.5. That is really good, almost as good as Venusaur. Let's see here, if not better. Let's have a look. Yeah, they're basically the same. And yeah, with that inventory BFS, with the EXP bonus as well, and the ingredient finding nature up, this is basically as good as you can get it. And then I got some more inventory later, so unfortunately it is at level 100, so once I hit 60 here, I'm gonna have a bit of trouble with those 7 ginger roots, even at 47 inventory. So yeah, because of the berry finding. And so yeah, the skill trigger is nice in the inventory, so overall it's just a lot of things to consider. Now if you're interested in analyzing Pokemon and all that stuff, I can highly recommend you to join the nirtheart Discord server. We're currently having a lot of discussions in the Rate My Pokemon text channel, posting screenshots, talking Pokemon, and it's a lot of fun. So I can recommend you to hop on over to the nirtheart Discord. It is for YouTube members of the channel, so there is a slight entry fee the first time you join. And then, yeah, it's an overall really good community. It's against cheating in the main series games, and that's partly why the entry fee is there. It's really hard to enforce the rules when people can just make new users and jump back in. So, hope you enjoyed this research video. Let's see if the Ampharos is triggering. It's not. Hey, research community, can we get the Raikou incense? Let's see it. 10 new reports. I need 4 Raikou main. Alright. Oh, got an ingredient ticket. I need a single Raikou main to get the incense, don't I? Yeah. Wow. Well, I cross my fingers that someone will help me out throughout the day, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow in another video. Thank you for watching.